Hello? Hey, my name's Christopher Brown. I was known as Christopher Alabacus, but that's what the government told me that I was. I got my birth certificate 2 years ago to find out who I was. I'm a Boys Town Desert survivor and a Queensland government reject. My only issue with the government is why didn't they kill us? For the simple fact is we would have been yesterday's news. Now, this fucking seed is hatched and look at the flame. The government has their own self to blame for this, because I'm meeting sisters every day, I'm meeting brothers every day. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. The government's aftermath, not mine.
Very widespread, the abuse. And
disgusting, David, what I've been hearing. And I sit there and complain. I'll try and put myself in your position, being a female or a lady as it is now. I couldn't do it. I'll take my hat off because hey, we all got as hard as there somewhere.
Yeah, and Boys Town, that was run by the De La Salle brothers?
Yeah, the De La Salle brothers already got micro projects helped me get $50,000 through them before the Royal Commission started. What you failed to see on 60 Minutes was actually half an hour beforehand, as I was on a lie detector test, mate, and every question came green, so they failed to put me on the 60 Minutes program, because if subject turned to me, I had them fucked, and they knew it. So
yeah, because you were proven to be telling the truth.
I've proven
the lie detector.
Now to this day, I have a criminal history like you would not believe. I take my hat off to the person who works and pays their taxes. That's beautiful, and I'd bash the younger me for doing it. But I wasn't menace. I was misunderstood. If people could understand this, and I don't know what life, eh?
Yeah.
It's like a big obstacle. It's funny, obstacles that just slow you down. I'm tired of life.
It's a big struggle for a lot of people who left the home to virtue thrown out onto the street, weren't they, to fend for themselves?
I remember when I was discharged from Boys Town and before I graduated year 10, my brother Bill came up to me and said, "You're getting discharged." I said, "No, I'm not." He's going, "Yes, you are." But meanwhile, I've been asking to go for 2 years, so it's finally come. Right. But at the time, it's like, what are we going to do with him? I ran to say goodbye to my foster brother, which I still keep in contact with this day. I was 16 years old. He discharged me to the streets. That's neglect to a minor to the most highest abuse form or whatever it is. Because he set my foundation stone, because the foundation stone laid as a minor, mate, is most delicate. You must lay that strong, so that young man can grow strong. If that foundation stone is laid wobbly.
So they didn't provide you any support.
They put me out on the streets and see you later, buddy.
Yeah,
at the age of 16 years old.
Yeah.
At the age of 16 years old.
Yeah.
And then I got caught and I had to do 10 years for armed robberies.
And they wonder why so many ended up
in crime. Still.
Yeah.
I blame myself for that criminal history, but that was just me being still waving my arms. I wasn't the boy that cried wolf. I was just rebelling against, because I wasn't getting truth. I was getting called a liar. I was getting called bullshit. I was getting called liar. I still now not allowed my licence because my first criminal charge was unlawful use of motor vehicle. I stole a car from Boys Town to get away from it.
Yeah.
Right? They said you're a liar.
You're virtually driven.
Okay,
it's survival, isn't it?
That's exactly right. Now to this day, I'm facing a 2-year jail sentence for disqualified drive. I should have never had my licence taken off me in the first place. I was telling the truth.
Yeah, and are you being assisted with that? Are you able to get any assistance?
Micro projects has helped me out a beautiful lot.
Oh, that's good.
If I just used that $50,000 wisely, I would have been better. But you can't go and give somebody that young that amount of money when he's trying to impress so many of his friends or whatever it may be. Because look at me now. All I wanted was my own home, and I still do.
And in Boys Town, they use the boys as slave labour, and
I won't call it slave labour. Maybe they did earlier the days building Boys Town up to what it could be. You could call it character building. Okay, so what that means, my brother had to stand 2 kilometres away from each other and build a fence. That's called character building. So what is
character building? How old were you?
Well, 13 years old. I look at it as character building. I don't look at it as slave labour.
Yeah.
I do not look at that as slave labour, for the simple fact is character building. They could have. What happens if we became? What happens if we became outback mustering men when we got older? That was a good lesson to learn when we were kids, to learn how to build a fence. So I look at it as character building. You can take it how you want. But what came after the character building was the abuse. Then what came after the abuse was the motorbikes. All I can think about now is spraying mud in my brother's face on their motorbikes, mate. Not to mention they just got raped 20 minutes beforehand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's how they did it. They covered their guilty sins so delicate. They knew what they were doing.
Of course.
They had all this time. I've got old Boys Town boys coming up and apologising to me. I said, why would you apologise to me? And they said, we're there in the 60s and 70s. If they're getting away with that much, imagine in the 90s. It's just and they're still getting away with it.
And it's not a boys' home now, but you know that it still exists.
I went out there not long ago. I actually took a brick from the chapel. I engraved my name on it and went and got a JP to sign it with authenticity that I was there, and I put it on eBay for $500. I asked all my Boys Town brothers to get out to that property, grab a brick and put it on eBay for $500. There's a trust fund at Suncorp for us. We can hit 200,000, mate, then we can have a little share to it.
Yeah.
The people that bought Boys Town lottery tickets invested into our bashings, invested into our rapings. Here's one for you. I actually turned the barrel, okay, and picked one of them out. Well, one Australian never had a chance to win it because me and my brother entered the last 5 of them, mate, and they were all fucking Chinese. Then I find out it was already won before it begun. Sorry, Australia.
That's all right. You're allowed to tell your story.
It's the truth. It's not my story.
Yeah. Well, thanks for that.
You're welcome. Take care.
You
God
too.
bless, sister girl.
I can't find it. I must be home. I'll bring it.
Hi, Juanita. Would you like to have a bit more of a... Yeah. Oh, sorry. Anything more you'd like to say?
Well, they've just shown me the shadow box that I've done.
Would you like... We'll go over there and have a look?
It's just around here.
So that'll be the...
This is all I remember as a child.
Oh, so you made that?
Yeah, but he made it here.
Oh, that's excellent.
Yeah, and just read on there what's there. Read it.
Mike, okay. I haven't got my glasses on. Do you want to hold this camera very steady?
Yeah.
While I get my glasses? Yes.
Well, it says,
But over the whole of Australia,
Keep it steady.
yeah,
and I don't think they can get 100 kids from Kiwi Islands.
because where nuns used to flog us all the time. I've had 16 years in under the orphanage.
Including the case I just mentioned to you that my brother was involved in.
And Gabby's just
There's 2 victims there.
putting glasses on. It says they took away
And I've challenged that in my statement.
what we could have achieved.
I'm really querying the stats that they gave in West Australia because I don't believe
What could have been,
full account.
and
I've just contacted the guy who was on the PSA.
Hang on, I'll make it
Its office, who I want to have a chat with about something that happened a few years back.
They took away what we could have achieved. What could have been and what would have been, but never will be.
Yeah, hey, see you, Amanda. Take care.
and that's mine. And there's lots of others here, so you might be able to take all the others, love.
Yeah, I'm hoping to bring the girls down.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And
See you later.
I went to a meeting in Sydney with the head of Syndicate, a priest, John Bishop, who was in the Sydney hearings, Bob McGuigan.
This is Forgotten Australians artwork.
Canon lawyer from Parramatta Diocese at the time, and this head Christian brother, Julian McDonald. And I'm just realising during the Royal Commission, and particularly since that book came out about Quantifi's wife, you've heard about that?
Yeah.
From 1922, the Vatican suppressed all allegations. It was a sin for priests to communicate or report to police. So that stopped any allegations there. And I think a lot of these orders have used that same ruling to stop people going to the police and keep it private. Anyway, and I realised, it's a Canon law court. But nobody told me. And then I'm going to find out. I've queried with the Royal Commission. I want an answer. And I've decided to actually go back through the PSA to get answers. Because, for me, the apology wasn't sincere. I didn't have informed consent. And, that same sort of process is particularly Boys Town. we'll push them to the which I got rid of. One of your comments over there in the jacket.
Good, how are you?
Is that one of your comments?
Hang on, I'll get you one in a sec. Hang on, I've got some there. Hold on. I'll just finish doing this.
I'd like to talk to you then. Can you interview this lady, please?
I'm just about to go.
Oh, just quickly. Now, Marilyn, where do you think the future is for our people ahead and the children today?
I don't want us to ever repeat this again.
Thank you. And I hope it doesn't. And I hope you people can work with us as neighbours. Oh, yeah. And we work with you for the balance. And some of us have been able to do courses now and we still volunteers, but we want to be able to build our lifestyle up and be able to get out there and help others. And our own people, work with our own people. If the government can give us opportunities, instead of paying all these carers to look after our people, why can't we come under an umbrella like here and sign in and be able to then say, be given a voucher or go out with the paid worker and work with the paid worker to visit our people at hospitals, at home, and learn the life skill and sit and do a college course at the Department of Communities. Once we've got that, then we can go out and apply for a job and hopefully get a job.
So can we get it?
I hope so. I hope to work with you in the future. Thank you. Thank you.
Sorry. That's all right.
I was wondering where you went to. You better get something to eat.
Can you grab me a plate? Hey Peter, would you like to put your 2 bobs worth in and what you think about it all?
Yeah, Kevin Rudd's apology means nothing to me. Not until every child in the world is safe will I accept anything that this government says. That's all I've got to say.
Hey Marlene, would you like to put your 2 bobs worth in? Anything you'd like the government to provide, or what do you feel about the apology 5 years down the track? Do you feel we've forgotten Australians have achieved very much because we've still got a lot of homeless?
It's been really hard because we really haven't got that far with the government. It's so slow to instigate change. It's so slow for them on the uptake. So it is happening, but it's only a start. So we've got to keep persevering and we've got to keep keeping it in front of the public and in front of the politicians.
We've got to keep it out there.
Yeah, we have to. Otherwise it's going to be forgotten and people aren't going to be helped.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. Thanks Marlene for that.
I mean, what you've got.
This is my cousin. This is Laurel.
I don't want to send what I've got because sending to the pool and everything else. I'd like to say, even though I come from a family of lots of abuse and stuff, I was totally ignorant until really recently about the extent of all of the stolen people from the UK, and one of the lovely ladies at my pool brought in the DVD of the Oranges and Sunshine. And yeah, it just shows that even though you're aware of, well, you think you're aware and intelligent, just still how much is still hidden. And yeah, it just needs to be more, as you said, out there. So
even Europeans as well. European kids. Because, you know, people don't realise that so many of the foreigners, you know, the European kids and the English kids as well.
Migrants,
you know, all the migrants, yeah. They don't realise that they were forced.
A lot of lives.
As well. and used and abused early.
Yeah, a lot of lives have been ruined.
Their families were dead, and they still are only now realising, and they were, yes, abused by the homes and the priests and things.
Well, I was just talking to Brian, child migrant, before, and I've heard there's around 7,000 that were sent here, but he's telling us that there was 20,000 because they're not counting before the war. And he was telling that there were kids who came from Rhodesia as Quebec.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, no, neither did I. So that's interesting, isn't
We're
it?
still learning, even us, we're still learning.
Yeah.
Let alone the government and the government. You know, so
Yeah. Well, we just got to keep it out there, don't we? Keep it out in the public.
definitely have.
Yeah, thanks for that, ladies. Anybody want to put their 2 bobs worth in? Have you got anything? Hang on, I'll come around here. What you feel about the apology or what's been achieved?
See the apology, but we need a lot more done.
That's it.
We still haven't got everything done. We're not ready yet.
Yeah, health card?
We need the silver card.
Yes.
Silver card. That's what we want.
Yeah, which is the health card, because forgotten Australians are still waiting in queues.
And we don't want to be kicked out of our houses.
True. Yes.
The government is kicking us all out now. Something's going to be done right now. Thank you. What do you want to say, girl?
Brian.
Hello, how are you? Well, apology with me just doesn't cut.
That's
I
it.
don't accept the apology. And I've said it thousands of times, it doesn't cut.
Yeah, I've come across that quite a bit this morning. Quite a few people have virtually said the same thing.
I'm in drama and I even say that in drama.
Yeah, good on
That
you.
it does not cut.
Yeah. I mean, it's all right for them to say sorry and then they move on.
Yeah.
But we can't just move on just because somebody said sorry.
Well, we're left without,
can
my
we?
skills are left without everything. We've got
Yeah.
nothing. We've got nothing to move forward with.
The nursing homes at the moment, you know, putting you in hospital for 6 weeks. The doctors and the psychiatrists know that. Killing us all, you know what I mean? Come on, get with it, mate. We have deserve better than that. We were kids in the orphanage. We didn't ask anything else. We didn't put ourselves in. Come on, get real. If you care about us, do it.
Exactly, and a lot of the health conditions that people have are due to the abuse, and yet they still can't give us a health card. At least it's the least they
We
could
better
do,
hurry
isn't
it up because we're dying, you know that. We want it this year if we can, eh? We've got plenty of time or next year.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Gabby.
I just want to say something too. As I said to my friends here, I've been in institutions for 21 years, and I think that's long enough for anyone to be in an institution. But also, the government say they're going to do this and do that, but they don't do what they want to, what they say they're going to do.
Do you remember him in the orphanage? Do you remember him in the orphanage?
They promised to keep their promises, but they don't keep those promises at all. They never back up what they talk about.
They tend to put it out there publicly, but behind the scenes it's a very different story,
Exactly,
isn't it? Yes.
And they say they're going to do what they want to do, but they don't do it.
And what were you like in the orphanage?
Did you want to say some more?
Oh, so in the orphanage, we were disciplined for the wrong reasons. We were belted because of situations that we as young kids do not. Yes, I know that. But there's also.
I can't stand much from
Sit here. But you know, like sort of, we were belted for the least little things. Yeah, you're in there because.
Yeah, you're in. Did you want to say something?
I'm just saying things about the orphanage. That's all.
Well, his sister was in the orphanage with me. I didn't know.
What was your experience like in the orphanage? Yeah, that's all right.
That's the reason why I felt I was left by my put in the orphanage by my auntie. My mother couldn't look after me, my grandmother couldn't look after me, so one of my aunties stuck me in the orphanage.
So you were in for 21 years?
That's right.
Wow, that's a long time.
From 1942 to 1963. And you know, once they closed the big brown doors and the convent there, that was it. Your life was theirs. They can do what they like to.
Exactly. Yeah, well, thanks for that, Michelle.
At the moment, another rally to stop getting us all into hospitals and putting us in nursing homes. You stay there for 6 to 8 weeks, you come out of the hospital. Well, no, you don't come out. What happens is your house is emptied, you've lost your flat, your stuff is gone. Now people insure their home goods.
Who's doing this?
The doctors allowing it with the hospital.
What, we've forgotten Australians?
It's happening now. And they've said that so many times, they're getting back at us because we've done what we've done. But the apology that was supposed to be from Kevin Rudd has totally gone down the tube because we're not even getting it yet. He's gone off now wherever we want, out of the country, and letting us sit with all the headaches now. And the churches have all gained on us. They've all gone together and kicking us all out of our flats.
Yeah, it seems...
That's under community living.
Yeah, we've definitely become an industry, haven't we? And a lot of people are making money.
On the internet, pass the whole word around. And then we need to get the rally done to stop them from doing what they're doing. We are more people, we should be able to fight it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
So we've got so do I feel another rally coming up?
Yes, we should have another one coming up.
On that particular topic?
On that topic of hospitals, kicking people out of their flats.
Forgotten Australians.
Now, forgotten Australians and elderly. Where's the bloody humanitarian and the justice for the humanitarian of older people that's lived in flats for 30 or 20 years, kicking us all out? They shouldn't be allowed to. And we've forgotten Australia. We're supposed to be looked after, not kicked out. Thank you. And that goes with Anglican Care and all these other churches. They've all joined up.
They have. Yeah, sold us all out.
They've sold us out, and we're in trouble.
Yeah, and
that's not helping your forgotten Australian children that didn't ask to go in a bloody orphanage.
Yeah.
Something needs to be done very quickly.
Yeah.
Because all these people go in and they're in a nursing home, every one of them. Yeah, and I've lost my tooth, thanks. Look.
Thanks, Lana.
Thank you.
Thanks, love.
I wanted to do one
Nothing left. More than, I just want to try and sort of
Yeah, no, I put blank. I wanted write blank writing.
so something like that.
Nothing in there. That's okay. What we might do is Tim will come down to you and come around. Yeah, you can get into any taxi, is that
Then, to show, that's a pretty good colour.
Bring one there and bring someone sitting. Bring it over. Just grab your chair and bring it over.
Well, some of them are, they're not.
Oh, the chocolate, no. That's funny. Okay, so I'll be there for 1:30, right? Yeah. I'll call the cab and then get it.
Very young.
Somewhere here. No worries, Michelle.
I'm filming you, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Just pick my flower. I've done some little boxes, all the boxes over here.
I'll come and have a look.
I've done it for each and every one. I've done one. I think your mum's got it. She's done it for mum, but somebody's took it on me. I've lost it.
Oh, really?
But I'll do another one for it.
Oh, okay.
It's not a problem. It's not a problem. But the problem is that somebody's took it. That's the problem.
Oh, it'll be around. I'm sure they'll be around.
Oh, I haven't got it at home. Somebody's around the whole. The wife has took it away. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Dear darling, hopes and dreams and big thankful. Here they are to see you. This is just nothing.
I just...
Hopes and dreams.
Beautiful.
Thanks, darling.
Cheeky bugger. You sure do. That's what's kept us surviving.
That's it.
Hey Elvis, how you going? You going to play your guitar? Oh, good. Haven't seen you for ages.
What do you mean?
Oh, not a lot. Well, probably I could say a lot of mischief, but
What do we?
I'll better not say on here.
Are you getting in trouble?
Come on, play your stick, play your guitar. Come on. Jailhouse rock. See you later.
Yes, have you sit out there and have a look at the boxes.
What, in the glass tank?
All that glass is all the boxes are all done in a pack.
Oh, okay, I'll go have a look.
Somebody took
You know what? They don't
Can I just squeeze through there? That's all right, love.
You can't see everything. You can't see it because I've got it right there. And they just played next one. Yeah, almost together.
And the poem that says it all.
So yours is not in here?
Yeah, no, I done all of them. Mine's there.
Oh,
Mine's
okay.
there. Just the hangman's, I'm listening to Mum, the hangman's hatchet.
When he combines and everything, he's bought the property.
And the poem says it all about it, if you read the poem.
This one here?
Yeah, that's the poem. That goes with it.
Do you want me to read it or would
Yeah,
you?
go and read it.
Hang on, you can come and read it.
It says to all, here's a little gift for you. I sat alone and done these, shed a tear here and there, thought of each one of yours, and roses red and bought it to do, and I love you.
Oh, beautiful.
And there's the one missing, the mum with the head, with the, that one over there. I'll find it, but.
Another boy. Whatever. He signed those. Where's the copy of their names? Yes, I can get it.
Yeah. This is my one. Which one's yours? Marlene? Yes? Were these all made by Forgotten Australians here?
Yes.
Ah, geez.
They're ours.
They're beautiful.
Even some of my paintings are in there. And the coffin there, though, that's made by Kevin's partner, Kerry.
Where's the coffin?
I've forgotten Australian.
Oh, okay, sorry.
She couldn't do a box, so she did a coffin because she wanted to put up the tree.
Oh,
Where the partner is. Kevin, the one that's speaking, he's the one that did all the frames.
Ah, geez, we've got some talented Forgotten Australians, haven't we?
Yeah, I love that book there.
This? Oh, okay. What? Oh, isn't that clever? I like it.
There you go.
You like it?
It's just a bit wonky. There you go.
Hello. What are you up to? Oh, Jim Brian.
There's a fifth apologies, you better grab some.
I can drop you up at the station, yeah, that's all right.
Grab some.
Where are you going?